Welcome to Baxter Yoga. I'm here at the Oakland Yoga Studio today. Please check the studio out the next time you're in town. Also, don't forget you can order my book from my website, baxterbell.com. You can also find great information there about upcoming retreats and workshops and international travel adventures that I'm planning in the coming months and coming year. Also, you can find longer practices, video practices, on the practice channel at the website yogayouonline.com. Today I'm excited to share with you a dynamic sequence that is done from Constructive Rest. So we're going to call this Dynamic Constructive Rest with a Bolster sequence. And this is a great way to try to maintain core integrity while doing some work with the arms and shoulders, and also to build some upper body strength. So we're going to lie down in constructive rest. We're going to have the bolster on our hands up towards the ceiling, and we're going to do some movements with that. This was originally designed and created, as far as I know, by Melina Meza, my wife and amazing yoga teacher, and she shared it with me, and I'm excited to share it with you today. So you'll need a yoga bolster or something similar to that. It has to have some weight to it to make it interesting, so you don't want just a pillow because that's probably going to be too light. Although, if you're a little bit on the weak side or fatigue side, that might be okay the first time you try this. So I have padding for my back. You don't need that, but that's optional. You're going to come down into constructive rest, and then you're going to have an awareness of the lower back. So either the lower back leg touches the floor, or you have a little teeny arch. And then this is the trickiest part of the whole thing, and that is lifting the bolster up, getting your hands underneath the bolster, and then pressing up towards the ceiling. So I like to push up a little bit, so I feel my shoulder blades lift a little bit away from the floor. And then we're just going to move gently with the breath. So on my first inhale, I'm only going to go back about a quarter of the way to the floor without changing the shape of my lower back, and then exhale the arms back to vertical. On your next inhale, you can take it maybe to about a third of the way to the floor, and then exhale back to vertical. I want to balance that bolster, I don't want to lose it. And then inhale, take the bolster about halfway to the floor, so the arms are at about a 45-degree angle, and then exhale back up. And if your shoulders tell you to stop at one of those spots, then don't go any further. I'm going to see if I can take it to about 2/3 of the way down without arching my back, and then exhale and bring it back up. And then I'm going to try 3/4, inhaling down about 3/4 of the way to the floor, and then exhale back up. And then my last attempt, I'm going to see if I can go down without bending the elbows and get my hands fairly close to the floor without arching the lower back. So I'm going to take it as far back as I can go, and then exhale. Boy, that's a lot more work going down that low to bring it back up. So I like that progression, starting small and working towards a deeper move, and then after you're done, go ahead and lower the bolster down, and then shake your hands and arms out. I can feel that in my wrists and forearms, so that's also an area that's going to get some strengthening. And then go ahead and set the bolster off to one side, and roll to your side, and come up to sitting. So basically, over the course of several breaths, we took the bolster back, gradually increasing the range of motion. So for folks that might be a little bit stiff in the shoulders, this could improve range of motion in the shoulders, build upper body strength and core integrity, because we're not letting the spine arch as the arms go back. So there's a lot of nice benefits with this particular sequence, and you'll want to try that out. There's some other things we'll do with that bolster with the arms overhead in the future, but I wanted to introduce that sequence to you today so you can play with that in your home practice this week. Don't forget you can find other videos on my YouTube channel, Baxter Bell Yoga, and I have a Facebook page by the same name where I post this and other content each and every week. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.